To me, it's a celebration as well as a time to reflect. So when you think about Juneteenth, a lot of people don't truly know that, they'll say like, well, Juneteenth is when the slaves were freed, right? And technically, it was 2 years after the Emancipation Proclamation that when Lincoln, did that deal. It was 2 years after when General Jordan Granger went to Galveston, Texas, and actually freed the slaves that were in Texas and told them, hey, you guys are free. So it's a time of celebration, it's a time of reflection, and also a time of learning to truly look at the whole spectrum of how we got to this point where we are today.
For our guys, I think it's important for them to know where we were. And not even just our guys, but just the youth. It's important for them to know where we were, where we come from. And so, as we still get frustrated with some things of even today, the things that happen today, we just got to keep going and just keep chopping away because you never cut down a tree with just one swing. You just keep chopping and that thing will come down. Yeah, so it's all about action. It's not a deal where you can just sit and talk about things. And I'll say this: there's a guy on our team that I really admire. I recruited him, and his name's Tariq Spates. And that kid, he when you're talking about how do you move about the day and all that type of stuff, he handles it and he does it well.
And when I think about just Juneteenth, and I'm thinking about kind of how people say, well, there's not a lot that I can do. I think there's a lot that people can do, but you got to do it together. And Juneteenth, as we see it as a predominantly African American ordeal, which it is, but also too, we got to think about how we can help any person that is suffering from any sort of bondage, and how we can truly, push the needle up. Like, how can we help? And I just think that it's a group deal. It's never an individual deal, and you got to work together with it. And coming to a place where you can truly speak openly about it and not be judged about it, and truly have a safe space to just express your feelings about a certain situation, especially when it comes to race and when it comes to culture, I think is huge. So it's a breath of fresh air, to me, to be able to come and be able to just have a safe space to talk to my student athletes and talk to coaches or professors about whatever that topic may be.
Working for Coach Creighton, and just knowing that, he's not afraid to have the uncomfortable conversation. And he wants change, in a lot of things. And so, that's been amazing. And it's never a point where, the little guy can't speak or the young. No, if you have something you want to say or something that you don't like or something that you just want to discuss, then we do it. And so that's one of the biggest things that, we just lost Coach Fred Reed, but that was one of the biggest things I learned from him. No matter what, whatever you have in your mind and that you need to say, you say it. And it has always been a safe haven on our staff. And I really do appreciate Coach Creighton for, allowing that space.
So football is a game that, you talk about X's and O's a lot, and a lot of people think that that's what you teach as a coach. But as a coach, you're also a mentor, you're a psychiatrist, you're a number of things. So when it comes to educating our young men about life, about football, about just anything, it's important to truly get the whole gamut of it, and a lot of that, is, it deals with, race, culture, and and that culture then bleeds into our football team. So the more we can educate our young men on things that are bigger than just football, I think that really shapes and creates a well-rounded student athlete and a good culture.